say it's Ms. Long, and I just thought it would be easier to make a video to kind of answer your questions and concerns about databases and finding the information you needed. So thank you very much for sending me the library link for your library, the Durango Public Library. It's very helpful, actually, because I think I'll be able to use this with some other BOCES students. So I wanted to kind of walk you through how I was going about finding information. I don't actually have a Durango Public Library card, but I'm pretty sure that you should be able to access the same things that I'm seeing. So I go to this word database here on the purple bar, and I click on that. And after it finally loads, it will give me some different options. So there's a keyword search here, and I wouldn't get anything out of that in particular, but I did go down to where it said explore adults. And that's the one that I think most people would use for this type of research. Even though it says ages 17 plus, actually you actually have it here too for teens. There's a database called EBSCOhost, and it's mentioned here. It's also called Academic Search Premier. So you can go here, like if I click on this database here, it asks me for a library card, and I don't have that library card. But EBSCOhost is a database that has a national, probably international collection, and it's something that different libraries subscribe to. So it's like subscribing to Time magazine. So if your library subscribes to it and my library subscribes to it, we're going to see the same magazine. And if you subscribe to, or your library subscribes to EBSCOhost, and I subscribe to EBSCOhost, my library is going to show the same thing too. So it should be the same thing that I'm getting through the Jeffco library. Yeah, I just don't have a number. So that's what you would need to enter your library card number there. So now let me switch over to the Jeffco library. Now I'm in the Jeffco EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier database. Same exact thing. The search options may be a little bit different here, but it's the same database you're searching. It'd be like searching the same magazine. So one thing you may want to do is limit your results to full text. You just click on the little box that says full text, and then anything you find is going to be right on the computer. You can just click on it and get your information, and you're off to your research. So I just wanted to show you kind of the different variations you might get when you put in different search terms. Let me narrow the box a little bit here so that you can see the detail. I'm going to start with just the words gun control. And when I enter gun control, I get some pop-ups like pros and cons, in America, laws, mental illness, debate. Now you're looking at school shooting, so let me just try adding those words in here. School shooting, it pops up because other people have researched it. It means there's information there. So if I click on that and then I do search, hang on a second. Had to just broaden the screen a little bit. So when I do this search, gun control, school shooting, I get 336 documents that are right there waiting, ready for me to access because I've limited it to full text. Another way, by the way, that you can limit your results is to change the publication date down here. So if you wanted stuff just in like the last 5 years, maybe since Sandy Hook or something, you could limit it that way. And I'm still going to get 230 sources from that. Now let's try just maybe a little different approach. I'm going to add the word laws to it. And if I add the word laws, I still get 118 sources. Now sometimes if you change a couple words, you'll get different types of resources. So if I use legislation instead of laws and I click search, I'm going to get 74. So laws was probably a stronger word. I can, instead of going gun control, I can try firearm, school shooting, and that's 43. So maybe gun is a slightly better one. Maybe if I try firearm laws, let's try that combination, and I get 58 sources. You could take away firearm control and make it firearms, school shooting, take away the word laws, and let's see what I get there. I'm going to get 224 shooting, or 204 results on that. I could take away firearms, or I could take away school shooting and do firearms, legislation, effectiveness, and see what I get there, and I get 6. I could try firearm law effectiveness. I get 11. I'm going to try the word laws. And I get the same. Now I'm going to try gun laws effectiveness. And I get 10. So a lot is going to vary with what terms you're using, whether you even parts of word. Like here, if I just try laws, I get 39 just by taking away the effectiveness and making it effective. So a lot's going to vary with your search terms when you're trying to find stuff. So that's my advice to you is just to get into your library, the Durango one that you had, and do the search on EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier and try a bunch of different terms. Now, assuming yours is set up the same way, you should be able to access anything that you've limited to full text. And this is where databases are so cool and so handy. You don't have to go to the library to get your research. You click on the PDF. Let's just take this, firearm availability and violent death. You click on the PDF, full text, and I'm going to just slide this over, and your PDF is right here. There are some presets on the right side. You can print this, you can email this, you can add it to a folder on Drive, I think that is. And you can cite it, and that's super helpful when you're making your MLA Works Cited page. You go down to where it says MLA, and you can copy and paste exactly what you need. It's the whole full citation, and then you just have to format the page, but you've got everything in there, and you don't have to even mess with EasyBib or anything like that. So, in a nutshell, go back to your Durango library, enter your library card here, get to EBSCOhost or Academic Search Premier, look for those things that you can get online with a full text, and try different search terms. And then get back to me and let me know where you're at on your research. I hope this is useful for you, and stay in touch. I think you work really, really hard, and I'm glad that you're taking this very seriously. I'm going to look forward to seeing what you have to say on this particular topic. Okay, have a good night.